CFPB are confused. So it makes you wonder what caused these officials to send out an email on a Sunday appearing to ask people to reverse course and go back to doing their jobs. Maybe it was in anticipation of the federal court hearing that was held today where supporters of the CFPB protested and where the judge expressed concern that the agency might be choked out of its very existence. Alexis Goldstein was a senior technologist for the CFPB until she was fired by DOJ and the Trump administration, along with the agency's other technology experts, and she joins me now. Alexis, I will note for folks at home that today, that same judge that expressed the skepticism, it kept in place the pause on the mass firings to weigh whether Donald Trump's moves mean impending doom for the agency. According to NBC News, a federal judge Monday kept in place the order prohibiting mass firings while she sorts through conflicting claims about whether the Trump administration is still trying to shutter the independent agency. You were in the agency. You were fired unceremoniously. Is it not cut and dry?
Symone, thanks for having me. It's pretty cut and dry. Elon Musk has talked about wanting to delete the CFPB. Donald Trump has bragged about getting rid of us. They have not been secretive about their plans. What we see today, this backtracking, is they are scared of losing in court, and they are scared of being caught in their lies. Let's not forget that Congress created the CFPB after the catastrophic 2008 financial crisis, where millions of Americans lost their homes. And there was a regulatory failure leading up to that. There wasn't one regulatory agency where consumers could go if their car was illegally repossessed or if their home was stolen through an illegal foreclosure. That's why Congress created the CFPB, so that we could be there to answer the call to help consumers. You could call us America's lawyer. When banks and financial firms steal your money, we fight to get it back. All we want to do is our jobs. All we want to do is get back to work. And I think the Trump administration is starting to see they didn't anticipate that we would fight back so hard. They didn't anticipate that Congress would stand up for us. And they're scared. They're scared of losing in court. And that's why we see them changing what they've been saying.
A number of Democrats and leadership signed on to a brief basically supporting, underscoring that the CFPB is an important agency that should exist. We had the former director of the CFPB on, Director Rohit Chopra, and he noted, and this was prior to, obviously, that reversal, and he noted that under current leadership, the CFPB has actually dismissed all of these cases in court that were looking to hold companies accountable. There was a Capital One case, for example, and they've gone to court over the last couple of weeks and dismissed all these. The point that you make about really working on behalf of consumers, being, the consumer's advocate, their lawyer, if you will, right now, there are hundreds of millions of dollars in payments that are supposed to be going back to consumers that the CFPB, won, if you will, on their behalf, that are currently just frozen because of the work stoppage. What if you're a person who was counting on that money from CFPB, the money that you were defrauded out of? Is there any recourse?
I mean, I think the CFPB is in the hands of the Trump administration, and they are deciding to pick the pocket of the American public. Just like you said, Symone, scammed student loan borrowers who were tricked by Navient, they're owed $100 million. That money should be going out the door, and it's not. The CFPB doesn't cost taxpayers a single penny, a single dollar. We, however, have returned $21 billion in restitution, in relief to consumers in our existence. And by the way, I should note the CFPB is younger than Pinterest. We haven't been around very long, but we're mighty and we punch above our weight class. And so the Trump administration is the only people who benefit from a frozen CFPB are financial scammers and thieves, and the billionaires who also benefit from scamming Americans. It's quite simple. If they cared about the American public, if they cared about regular Americans getting their money back, they would let the CFPB do its job that Congress instructed us to do. Only Congress could create us. Only Congress can uncreate us. And that's what that lawsuit was about in court today.
Why do you think Elon Musk took such a interest, if you will, in the CFPB? Why target you all first? I mean, there are other places. And also, I would just like to note, I haven't seen any waste, fraud, or abuse, and fraud is a crime. So where's the fraud? It's not adding up. So why do you think he took such an ire to you all?
So Elon Musk has made it clear he's launching a payments platform, X Money, together with Visa. The CFPB was the regulator that was the watchdog of payment platforms. We had recently issued new oversight over payment platforms. You know, if you want to split a bill with somebody after you go to dinner and you use an app to do that, we have oversight over those companies. So Elon Musk, of course, wants to get rid of the very watchdog who would make sure he wasn't breaking the law. And I should also note that the CFPB has a lot of confidential data from Elon's competitors. Are they looking at that? Are they illegally taking trade secrets from their future competitors? These are all questions that former workers of the CFPB, current workers of the CFPB, and members of Congress all have.
Well, I do think that members of Congress have the question, which is why they are asking for Elon Musk to come and testify before their committee. Alexis Goldstein, thank you for coming and making it very plain, and we appreciate your time. Still to come, folks.